Ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on terms!
Yeah, we say all this. There's a very real possibility the game might not go ahead.
Yeah.
If this whoever this fifth or sixth player, if he tests positive and he's been in contact with several people, then again it's going to have to be called off. So it's still a lot of moving parts before this. But what I would say is, based on what we've read and what we've seen, I think it would have to take about 10 more players to be unavailable for the AFL to think about.
Well,
calling
I'd have
off.
to take squad under 19 for it to be called off at this point, won't it? So you said Paul Davis, obviously, obviously he's a journalist. He has to, dramatise, a bit of stuff then things. But he said it'd be a EFL U-turn. So I think we'll play no matter what, even if all teams got it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if they put me in there.
Yeah. So I don't think there's anything else we can add that we haven't already added.
There is,
Score
but we're not going to
predictions.
do.
Go on. Okay.
Score predictions.
We
really.
can score predictions.
We can't really give any, because we don't know who's playing, who's fit. You know what I mean? 3 keepers might all be out. And we might have to get some.
3 keepers might all be playing.
Yeah.
We're playing Blackman up top.
Yeah, well, Ben genuinely might be 2 keepers.
It could very well be. We could have very well have 3 keepers available. I mean, the balance of probability is unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah, I'm going. If we've
So,
got,
hang on,
somewhat,
bear that in mind. So if that's the case, right? If all 3 keepers have tested negative, okay,
Yeah, and are
we've only
available.
got 14 players.
3
right?
keepers.
So we've got a starting 11 and a bench of 1 player and 2 keepers.
Yeah, I'll tell you now, it's Blackman's chance to shine.
well, the thing
I
is,
could just see him playing midfield.
well, I was saying, if we've got like a normal starting 11, a starting 11 where you look at it and think, oh, that's not too abnormal. I think maybe a 2-1 loss, 2-0 loss.
Yeah.
But if it's like,
Well,
me at left wing, I think it's going to be 4
I'll give you a scenario which is an issue. We haven't got a left back.
No.
No.
We don't have a left back to start with,
Before any injuries or any more COVID, we don't have a left back.
Yeah.
Let's say if Ben Wiles has got an issue, what are we going to do? We haven't got anybody to play left back. We haven't got a fit left.
Oops, sorry.
Clark's an option. Somewhat an option.
Trevor Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If he's got it, I mean, they're going to have to put.
Knowing Trevor Clark's luck.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We'll just play down right hand side.
Yeah.
We just asked Barnsley if they'll just play down there left.
We'll just dig up pitch at left hand side. Because, even if pitches are only half, if it snows tomorrow, EFL still make us play. So just knacker up left hand side of pitch.
Yeah, just keep it covered in snow.
Yeah, move out the snow so it's 10-inch high.
Yeah. So predictions, Ben, go on. As best you can.
Normal, if we've got a normal-ish team, 1 player maybe missing out of start 11, I'm going to go 2-0 loss. But I think with an abnormal team, I think it could be 3 or 4. It could be really ugly.
Mate.
If we've got our starting 11 that finished that game against Blackburn, we'll win that game tomorrow.
No, we haven't got any subs though. What are you going
I
to
don't
do?
care. If we've got that starting 11 and Warney has motivated him the way that he can motivate him, and given the benefit of
10-day rest, whatever it is.
the assistance that the EFL are giving us in order to motivate our players, I genuinely think we can win the game. However, the chances of all that 11 being fit are pretty slim. In which case, it's inevitable, isn't it? It's just inevitable.
If we pick anything up tomorrow, even if those first 11 are fit, if we pick up anything tomorrow, that's one of the best results of the season.
Yeah.
If we take a point, I'd take a point right now and run away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They've
Laughing.
Yeah.
God,
Spint it as well.
It's an absolute joke. The EFL are talked about this on another podcast about how they treat clubs, Wigan in particular, and other clubs like that who try and sell the club and had major issues. They are not fit for that purpose. They have shown now they are not fit for purpose on another level. we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and we've got at least 5 or 6 players who are unavailable, but we are still being forced to
Just
play
say
this
that
game.
again. Global pandemic.
Yeah.
We haven't had one of this since 100 years ago, the Spanish flu. Do you know what I mean? We're going back to plague type diseases. Do you know what I mean? And we're being forced to play a game. Honestly.
We talked about this last time. That there are some positives because some people who have not been affected are going to have a good 10-day rest or whatever it is. But that's not going to help us tomorrow.
No.
So
That's the main thing. Hope everyone's all right.
So I suppose essentially what the EFL are doing is giving us a points deduction, aren't they?
they're effectively going to give us a 3-point deduction by forcing us to play.
Yeah.
A guaranteed deduction.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously if we didn't play, so that's that. Thank you for listening. I hope you're annoyed as we are, because I think it is wrong what's happening.
It's
But
embarrassing.
that is football for you, and there's a lot of things from football that are wrong and bad, and everything else. I was about to say I can't believe it's happened to us.
No, of course you can.
Of course I can.
What else would it happen? So?
Yeah. So, Mick, final thoughts. Anything else you want to add?
Not really. Thank you, EFL. That's it, really.
Ben?
I know. I can't believe who's in. I can't. This is what runs one of the biggest sport in the world, right? This is what runs lower. We're the biggest, probably top 3.
It's a national sport.
It's probably the biggest country for football, right? Actual football in the world, right? Probably. And the league, and we've got EFL running it. Basically, all the leagues, because the Premier League's copy EFL, whatever, they copy each other, right? And they are. I can't. I can't even follow.
I know we're going to keep going back as things come in, but you mentioned about if the starting 11 are fit, Mick.
Yeah.
Again, a quote from Paul One. This is from the official website. One of my players has got through the self-isolation with Mill trim one day. The rest missing are key players to us. So
that's it then, innit? 3 points deduction, basically. We've lost.
Yeah, so
I cannot believe this is what's going to send us down. I'm going to say it right now on this podcast. This is what sends us down. They will get sent down again because of stupid officiating, by the way, referee or... honestly, EFL. I hate football because we can't stay in the championship. If people do their job in football, we are still in the championship.
Yep.
if the rule
Still.
it's not even that. If the rules are followed, which they've set out for other teams, then it gives it. We might still lost tomorrow with Barnsley being in the form they're in, but this just kicks us while we're down, basically. So,
But if we lose 4-0, that's awful. That's a kicking balls mentally as well.
I don't think. I think, as daft as it sounds, for the players that are fit, it's basically a free hit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's not fair that we're having to play the game, but if you then go into the game tomorrow, the idea is that it doesn't matter if we lose because we've already mentally lost, haven't we?
But that's purely from a football, looking at it from a footballing point of view.
Absolutely.
Okay, looking at it from a wider angle, the safety and well-being of players is a priority, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're expecting another club to come into our club where players have tested positive.
Yeah.
They're putting themselves in danger. Okay, we don't know whether any of those 11 that have tested negative, I assume, starting 11. How many we know? Everybody knows that there are quite loads and loads of false positive tests, false negative tests. Okay, so the safety and well-being of those players on that pitch tomorrow night is not a priority. It can't possibly be a priority. So it just. Anyway, we've said it again. All I'm doing is repeating myself, aren't I? I'm just so frustrated that the people that run our game. Let me rephrase that: the people that make the decisions that affect our game,
The biggest sport in the world.
yeah, I think that this is perfectly all right. It's beggars belief.
The thing is, it runs as well. This is obviously going off topic, but it runs throughout it. UEFA are just exactly the same. They are. It runs through it. It runs through EFL, Premier League, UEFA. They're all the same. They're all useless, honestly. How hard can it be?
Hey, I'm going to have a T-shirt with that printed on it. No, I'm not.
So yeah,
That could go wrong.
So thank you everyone for listening. We will come back on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever it may be, to review whether the game goes ahead first of all. And if it does go ahead, pick the bones out of what will be a very tough night. But hopefully,
Maybe.
try and be positive. Let's we've still got a chance of getting something out.
Yeah.
There's always that possibility the Barnsley will lower their guard and everything else. So we'll come back and pick the bones out of that on Thursday or Friday morning. It'll be out.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening. I think we should finish on the same vein. Hopefully, all the players that have got it, it's not too serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, non long-term effects, and hopefully they get through it all right and are back with us playing as soon as possible. And then we'll, Sorry to be so downhearted today, everybody, but I think everybody else, I'm sure all of you who are listening are all in the same boat, unless you're a Barnsley fan listening, wondering what we're all talking about, and then,
Why are you listening?
well done on your 3 points.
Yeah, congratulations.
So, thank you, Mick, for... Well, you given me the episode title today, so
Yeah.
thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's not a problem, and like I said, once again, thanks you EFL for your help and assistance on all this.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ben.
Thank you.
And like I said before, we had a very, very, very fantastic Christmas, or as good as you can have in the circumstances. And hopefully we all have a very good 29th of December and we bring back 3 points. And let's stay positive, get behind the team on the socials. So stay positive. It's going to be a tough afternoon anyway, tough night for everybody anyway. So let's all be trying to be positive and send us best wishes to the players and the staff. And hopefully they can send us 3 points back. So we will see you all later on in the week. And cheers for listening, guys. Bye.
Vicious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do